Hi guys, welcome back to our channel. And as some of you who follow us on Instagram and on Facebook, our trip is coming up in 20 days. And for those of you who are new here, we have our Disney cruise and Hollywood Studios vacation coming up in, well, 20 days. And I just got my passport, so that's a big anxiety relief. I got it yesterday. But now that we have all the proper documentation, it's time to check in with Disney, check in with Safe Passage, and check in with Arrive Canada. So if you are planning to travel in this pandemic and you are especially planning a Disney vacation or a Disney cruise and you are not from the United States, you are from Canada or internationally like we are, then stick around because I'm going to navigate how to do that. So before we start checking in, the documentation you're going to need is definitely a passport. You're also going to need your basic mailing address and that information, and a photo on a blank background of just your face. So everybody that's traveling with you needs to have kind of like a headshot against a blank wall, preferably. So now that we have all that documentation, we are going to go ahead and log on to our Disney Cruise app or our Disney Cruise account so we can start checking in. All right, so your first step is going to be to log into your Disney Cruise website or app. And if you're within 30 days of your sail date, you will see the button that says check in. Now for me, it's going to be hiding over here. So I'm just going to move my face. So it's going to say online check-in. You're going to have this little green check mark. And then on the app or on the website, you're going to see check in and view required citizenship documents if you're not sure what documents that you're going to need. But definitely if you're international, you're going to need a passport. So I'm going to click check in. So you're going to come to this online check-in portal. I'm going to blur out some of the personal information that I have on this page, but you should see your stateroom, your reservation number, all that good stuff. And then there's a button up here next to Goofy where it says begin checking in. So you're definitely going to click that. And you're going to see all the guests or your whole entire party come up. And it's going to say not started, or it's going to have the information that you've already started putting in. Don't be worried to start and then come back to it. It will be saved and you can add things as you get closer to your sail date. So I'm going to start with myself. Now you're going to see on the first page your name and your birthday at the top, your country. You're going to need to put in your home address, contact information, and as well as a we'll actually ask you what preferred language you would like to, and then a emergency contact. What's really nice about this is that you only need to put this information once if you and your party share the same information. So you're just going to click the rest of your party and that information will be added to their profile as well. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then I will show you the next step. So now we're at the second step. It's asking for your identification. So here you're going to put your citizenship. I put Canada. My type of identification will be my passport. You are going to need to upload the photo, not just the front of your passport, but the actual inside where your photo and all your information is. Then you're going to type in again all your information, your last name, your given name, the passport number, your birth date, the expiration date, and the country. And here is where they ask you for the security photo. This is a photo that they're going to use to for identification on board. Like I said, they really want you to take a photo with a plain background. You can smile. It's not like a passport picture, but obviously you want to look like yourself and you want to be in a well-lit area. Then it's going to ask you some important information. Is anybody in your party going to be 24 weeks pregnant or more? Hopefully not. Are you the parent, or is there a parent or guardian of the minors? So we are traveling with minors. I am the legal guardian, so that shouldn't be an issue. If you are taking another minor, you're probably going to need
some information. I'm not sure. I've never taken anybody else's children on vacation, but I'm assuming you're going to need some kind of a documentation of a legal guardian for you to be able to take another minor with you. So we're going to say yes, because I'm the legal guardian of our minors. And then is anybody in your party requiring a wheelchair? And for us, that is a no. So I'm going to go ahead and enter my information, and then I will show you the next step.
So I just finished entering all my information. I did notice that it says that your pictures do need to be in color, which probably shouldn't be an issue if you're taking it just from your cell phone or directly from your computer. Need to be just your head, simple background. And what was really cool is that I put a picture of our passports in, and I didn't have to type any of the information out, as it automatically took the information from the photo and uploaded all the information into the right boxes, which is pretty cool. So didn't have to do that. Answered all the important information, and then it went to the next person. And I'm going to continue doing that for the kids. And if there's anything different on the kids, I'll let you guys know, but it should be pretty standard, same information. And then we'll see what the next step is. So I just did the kids. It was very straightforward. The only thing that was different was that they didn't have the important information questions. And I forgot to mention that it does say for the photos to remove eyewear that may hinder seeing the eyes. So if you wear glasses, you may want to take them off for the photo. But other than that, it was super easy. The only hard part about all that was taking a picture of my 9-year-old. So it was very straightforward, very easy. And I will show you what the next steps are.
The next step will be to set up your onboard account. So I've clicked on my name, and it says if I would like to have a credit card or a debit card or cash, or charges will be paid by another guest. I wish. I'm going to click credit card. I'm going to enter my credit card information here. At the bottom, it says, who will I pay for? Obviously, I'll be paying for my party. And then who has charging privileges. So I'm not sure if this is a good idea, but I'm going to let Mike charge things to the account, and I'm going to let Ashley, just because she's not going to be with us all the time, and she's very responsible. I don't see her racking up a huge bill. However, if I give her permission to go purchase a couple things, she'll be able to do so on her own. Definitely not Ryan, because he'll be with us pretty much all the time. And if he's at the kids club, he shouldn't be buying anything there without an adult anyways. So we're going to leave it at that. I'm going to assume responsibility for all the accrued amounts on my Disney Cruise vacation, and we're going to press save. Okay, so the next step would be traveling with children. So we're going to click on that. And it's going to ask you if your children are allowed to disembark the ship, or if they do, or when they do, are they to only debark with an adult from the stateroom, which would be obviously their parents or whoever they're staying with. And you can check, complete the authorization if a child can go with another adult from another stateroom. So let's say you're traveling with other family members. You're allowing those adults to disembark with your child. We're only going with our family, so I'm going to check with just the adults from our stateroom. Then I'm going to click on here. This is for Ryan's child activities, so the kids club. Should this child be allowed to check themselves in and out of the youth club? I'm going to say no, just because I do not want a 9-year-old roaming around the ship by himself. You can enter a nickname if your child doesn't go by their first name. Definitely, oh, here it says this is where you would potentially put allergies or other considerations, food, but it says on hold until further notice. So I'm not too sure what that's about. If your child has an EpiPen or any other medical conditions, you can write them down. And then if there's anything else that needs to be written down in the comments, you can do so. I think we're good, so we're going to press save. Then you're going to read the youth club policies. So they have all the policies up here, and then you're going to sign. I've already read them, so I'm going to sign that I've read them. The parent or legal guardian or responsible adult who signs this registration is the only one who can make changes to the youth club information. In addition to myself, I authorize the following. I'm going to give Mike, just in case I'm busy and we need to make some changes, he can definitely do so. I trust him. Tell us in your party 13 years or older is authorized to drop off or pick up your child. So I'm going to give, well, all of us can pick up Ryan. What is our secret word? Oh, that's so interesting. So you can pick a secret word, and that's kind of the key to if a child isn't sure if they're allowed to be picked up. I've heard this, not through Disney, but for like school pickups and that kind of stuff. I work in a school, so sometimes kids have secret words when somebody else other than their parent comes and picks them up. So that's interesting that we can do that here. So I'm going to have to talk to Ryan and maybe pick a word later on. So we're going to, oh, it won't let me save until I pick a secret word. So we're going to go do that. We're going to go ask him right now and enter it and then go on to the next step. The next step is a travel plans. So we're going to click on that. Flight information. So if you're flying, obviously we're international. We are flying both ways. And then it's asking for flight information. I'm assuming that's just to keep check of if your flight is late or not. We are actually staying at the where will we? Okay, here's where I was going to question, because we are staying at Walt Disney World Resorts before and after. So we're going to write Disney hotel. We are actually going to be staying at the Port Orleans. Is it going to stay? Oh, Port Orleans Riverside. How are you leaving the port terminal? Oh, how are we leaving? After your cruise, we will be going there. We are actually not going to we are staying at the Port Orleans Riverside before the cruise, and we are going to be staying at the Coronado Springs after. We are taking the Disney transfer, and that is for all of us. Now I'm going to enter our flight information, and I will be putting that in there. But it doesn't say if you're staying at a resort beforehand, so that'll be interesting. I'm going to go fill that in and see what it says. Okay, so it didn't ask where we were going to be before the cruise. I just put in our flight information, and then it brought me to this page, which it says, I do not need to select a port arrival time. Please arrive during the embarkation period. I'm assuming this is because we purchased the Disney cruise transportation from the resort to the port. If you did not have Disney transportation, I'm assuming you would then select a port arrival time. But we're just going to press continue. This is so exciting. I'm so excited. This is actually happening. Okay, so scroll down and read through the cruise contract. So we're definitely going to read this. And then scroll. Oop, I skipped something. Magical Cruise Company Limited. Okay, we're going to email this to us. I'm going to email this to my personal email address where I have all my other information. And then I have read and understood the cruise contract. You must be 18 years of old and older. Yes, I am. And again, it says, oh, ooh, we have boarding group 3. Okay, what does it say? I'm excited to see this information. Port arrival form. Please review the information for accuracy, then print the form and bring it with you to your cruise terminal. Okay, do not pack the port arrival form. So that's important to know, to not pack this into your luggage, because they're going to take your luggage right away from your vehicle onto the ship, or from your bus to the ship. So you're going to want to carry this on your person, so on your carry-on with you.
So that was essentially painless. It was so easy to navigate through the website, super informative as well. Now the only thing we need to do is create a Safe Passage account. So I'm gonna go do that now, and I will link that video up above once it's done. So keep an eye out for that. As Canadians, we also need to make an account with Canada Arrive. I think that's what it's called. And I'm gonna link that video up above as well once I do that. Because we need to fly out of Canada and then return to Canada. So we need to make an account with them as well. Very much looking forward to our trip. I hope you guys follow along. Please subscribe down below. I will be vlogging the entire trip as this is our first Disney cruise. And we'll also be doing some Disney resorts as well as Hollywood Studios. So we're very, very, very excited to finally be going on this cruise after waiting 3 years and planning for 2. And multiple cancellations. So we're extremely excited, and I hope you come along for the ride. Have a great day.